JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, Spanish Town Police list 2 persons of interest. The Spanish Town Police have listed 2 persons of interest in relation to ongoing investigations in the parish. They are Shelby Gibson and Desmond Knight, whose last known address was Tangelo Drive, Spanish Town. They are being asked to visit the Spanish Town Police Station. Anyone with information on their whereabouts is being asked to contact the Spanish Town Police at 876-984-2305, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. 14-year-old shot dead in Mountain View. A 14-year-old boy was killed and another man injured in a shooting incident along Mountain View Avenue in St. Andrew on Thursday. The teenager has been identified as 14-year-old Alan Roberts of a compound pathway, Nannyville, Kingston 3. Reports from the Halfway Tree Police are that about 4:30 p.m., Alan and another man on a motorcycle were traveling along the roadway when they were pounced upon by 2 men who opened fire, hitting them. The police were alerted and the victims were taken to hospital, where Alan was pronounced dead and the other man was admitted for treatment. Detectives assigned to the St. Andrews Central Police Division are probing the murder. Chang announces a 96-hour curfew for Maypen. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang has announced that a 96-hour curfew will be imposed in the Maypen area of Clarendon, starting tonight at 9, in response to the recent spike in murders, to include the 5 killings recorded in the central section of the parish over the last 48 hours. He noted that during the lockdown, members of the security forces will be combing the area in pursuit of the gangsters responsible for the recent upsurge in murders. The security minister conceded that the lockdown will affect commercial activities in the town, but is asking for the cooperation of the business community. We're not going to take steps to institute this curfew beyond the DRM, Disaster Risk Management Curfew, and we're seeking the support of the business community. We know it will disrupt commerce, but the gang war will disrupt commerce more, Dr. Chang, who is also the Deputy Prime Minister, stated. He was speaking to members of the media during a press conference in Montego Bay earlier this afternoon. Cops stripped of gun at guest house. Sources close to the Hanover police have confirmed that a constable who was robbed of his service pistol after he took a prostitute to a popular guest house is being investigated by his superiors. One senior cop said that he can't comment on the incident officially, but as far as he knows, the Inspectorate and the Professional Responsibility Oversight Bureau is looking into the incident. The senior cop said the lawman in question is not from the division, but was in Western Jamaica supporting enhanced security measures in that section of the island. The incident occurred a few weeks ago after the police officers who are staying at a villa in Negril were cautioned about bringing women to their rooms at the resort, which is contracted by the government to house the police officers, the cops said. It is alleged that a number of the officers were disgruntled with the strict rules laid out by their superiors, so they rented a room at a guest house in Green Island, Hanover, where they were able to take their female friends and enjoy their company. That night, the constable went to West End in Negril, where he paid for the services of a prostitute, and they journeyed back to the guest house, the senior cop stated. The constable reportedly fell asleep sometime after and reported that when he awoke, the door to his room was opened and his firearm, cash, and other personal items were missing. The prostitute was still inside the room, and she told him that she had also been robbed, and even the cash that he had paid her earlier was gone. The matter was reported to a superior officer, who ordered an investigation into the incident. The senior cop said that the woman was initially treated as a prime suspect, but after being questioned for several days, was released. 2 killed in motorcycle crash in Montego Bay. 2 persons are dead following a motorcycle crash in Montego Bay, St. James, Thursday night. According to information, 4 persons were attempting to cross the Bogue Main Road shortly after 8 o'clock when they were hit by the motorcycle. 2 persons died on the spot. The other injured persons were admitted to hospital. Westmoreland police seized over 2,000 pounds of animal carcasses. Police in Bluefields, Westmoreland, seized more than 2,000 pounds of animal carcasses during an operation in the parish on Tuesday. 1 man is in police custody in connection with the seizure. Reports are that about 5:45 a.m., lawmen intercepted a motor car on the Bluefields main road. It was searched and the carcasses were discovered. The driver could not account for the products and was subsequently arrested. The police are now looking for another suspect involved. The police said the festive season has seen an increase in cases of breeder larceny. The public is therefore advised to only purchase meat from reputable sources. Farmers are also urged to be vigilant and report theft of livestock and crops to their nearest police station. 4 more die of COVID. Case count surpasses 12,000. An additional 4 COVID-19 related deaths and 71 new cases were recorded across Jamaica on Thursday, according to the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The deceased are a 71-year-old female from Clarendon, a 41-year-old female from Manchester, a 94-year-old female from St. James, and a 73-year-old male from Kingston and St. Andrew. 2 other deaths of COVID-19 patients on Thursday are under investigation. The latest fatalities bring the death toll from the coronavirus in Jamaica to 283. The 71 newly confirmed COVID-19 cases bring the total number of cases on record for the island to 12,039. Recoveries increased by 143, bringing total recoveries to 8,668. Of the newly confirmed cases, 42 are females and 29 are males, with ages ranging from 14 days to 98 years. The cases were recorded in St. Catherine, 33, Kingston and St. Andrew, 13, Manchester, 9, St. Thomas, 4, Clarendon, 3, St. Anne, 3, St. Elizabeth, 3, Westmoreland, 2, and St. James, 1. There are 15 moderately ill patients and 11 critically ill patients among the 2,932 active cases now under observation in Jamaica. Agriculture Ministry hands over water harvesting systems to farming groups. The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries on Wednesday handed over conditional ownership for water harvesting infrastructure to 12 water user farming groups in 7 parishes across the island. These include reservoirs, catchment and storage tanks, both on-farm and central, as well as drip irrigation systems, which were constructed in Clarendon, St. Catherine, St. Mary, St. Thomas, St. Anne, Manchester and Trelawney, under the second component of the Government of Jamaica's Adaptation Fund program, being implemented by the Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ, through a grant of approximately $10 million from the Adaptation Fund. The program is aimed at strengthening climate resilience of the agricultural sector by improving water and land management, thereby protecting livelihoods and enhancing food security. The handover of the systems represents the closeout of this phase of the project, with the ministry representing the groups with a custodian agreement which transfers responsibility for the management, operation, and maintenance of the farming assets to the groups, with an understanding that once the terms and conditions are satisfied, ownership will be transferred. President of the Workers Wood Farming Group, Denise Perkins, signed the agreement with the ministry and its partners as a symbolic gesture on behalf of all the groups during a ceremony at the ministry's Hope Gardens location. Portfolio Minister Floyd Green, during his address, hailed the project team for implementing an initiative that positively impacts farmers and their livelihoods. This project goes to the heart of what we do in relation to agriculture. We have to ensure that agriculture is climate resilient. We have to introduce climate smart practices, and not just in relation to policy. We have to take a very practical approach in ensuring that the farmers in and around our communities are doing it in their day-to-day life, the minister noted. This, he said, means expanding the island's irrigation network and ensuring that the farmers have access to water harvesting technology so that they can store the commodity for use during periods of drought. The minister encouraged the groups to ensure that they take good care of the systems so that it can transform generations. He pledged that the ministry will continue to work with the farmers, noting that he has instructed the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, to track the expected increase in production from the groups. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.